Okay, so for this question, we are doing the remainder branching method. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So Joseph gave 3/14 of his salary to his sister. He then spent 580 on a CD player and 248 on a watch. He then found that he had 2/7 of his salary left. So let's do the branching method to solve. Let's use the branching method. So this is the salary that he has, and he gave 3/14 to his sister, and then he spent 580 on a CD player and another 248 on a watch, and then he found that he had 2/7 of his salary left. Okay, so let's formulate the equation to figure out what is his total salary. So 3/14 plus 580 plus 248 plus 2/7 equals to his salary. So if you rearrange this, you move, so this is salary and 3/14 of his salary, right? So you have to bring the salaries to one side and the numbers on one side. So you bring this over, plus becomes minus. You bring this one over as well. Before this, there is a plus sign, so now it becomes a minus sign. So it looks like this. So one whole salary minus away 3/14 of the salary minus away 2/7 of the salary is equals to 580 plus 248. So that is half of the salary is equals to 828. So now if you want to find the whole salary, you need to bring the half over. So this is half times salary becomes salary equals to 828 times 2 equals to 1656. So that's the answer. So the key part of this question is actually this part. All right, you need to figure that this one is actually equal to this one. So if you look at this side of the branching diagram, you have one whole salary. You minus away the part that he gave his sister, and you minus away that he gave whatever he's left with. So you minus away these two parts, and then you realize that's left with this one. All right, so that's half of the salary equals to these two added up. That's 828. So let's take a look at another question. So 1/12 of the vehicles at a car park are buses, 2/3 are cars, 19 are lorries, and the remaining 102 are vans. So how many vehicles are there at the car park? So you look at vehicles is 1/12 is buses, 2/3 is cars, 19 are lorries, and the rest of the 102 are vans. So if I take the buses plus the cars is 1/12 plus 2/3 equals 3/4. So if this is equals to 3/4, therefore this is equals to 1/4 of the vehicles. So 1/4 is 19 plus 102 equals 121. So 4/4 will then be equals to 121 times 4 equals 484 vehicles. So that's the answer. So the key thing to note in this question is that when you add up the buses and the cars, all right, the leftover is actually the lorries and the vans together. So you have 1/4, that is the lorries and the vans add up to be 1/4. So you need to find 4/4 for the total number of vehicles is 121 times 4, you get 484. Okay, let's take a look at the next question. This is slightly more difficult. So 5/12 of the shirts in the cupboard are red. 3/5 of the remaining shirts are blue. Let's look at just these two lines first. All right. 5/12, so shirts in a cupboard. So 5/12 are red. And I need to find the remaining, right? So 12, if 5/12 have red, the remaining is 7/12. I take 12 minus away 5, I get 7. So the remaining is 7/12. And 3/5 of the remaining shirts are blue. So 3/5 of the remaining shirts are blue. 4/7 of the rest are green. So therefore, if 3/5 is blue, I'm left with 2/5. And what I say is 4/7 is green. And the rest are yellow, which is 3/7 is yellow. So over here, they say there are 60 more blue shirts than yellow shirts. So blue shirts and yellow shirts. So 60 more blue, so there are more blue, correct? So therefore, if I add 60 to yellow, then this will be the same because there are more blue shirts. So therefore, I need to add 60 to yellow. I get blue, or I can also minus 60 and it will become yellow. So right now I have copied out, put it in a branching, all the information that is given. All right, so I am going to start work. So I need to find blue first. So blue is over here, which is 3/5 multiplied by this 7/12 equals 7/20. So blue is 7/20 of the total. And I need to find yellow. So yellow is over here. So yellow shirts is 3/7 times this one. 2/5 times this one. 7/12 equals 1/10. So blue minus 60 is equals to yellow. So blue is 7/20 of the total minus away 60 is equals to 1/10 of the total. So I'm going to move the total over here. So positive becomes negative. So 7/20 of the total minus away 1/10 of the total equals to, move the 60 over here, negative becomes positive, and it becomes 60. So if you work this out, this is actually 1/4 of the total is equals to 60. So therefore 4/4, or the whole total, is 60 times 4 is equals to 240 shirts. Okay, so this question is a little bit more complex. You need to realize this part, all right? Blue minus 60 is equals to yellow, and you need to be able to do your fractions branching method properly, all right? Otherwise, you need to find out your remainders all correctly. You need to multiply the right parts with the right remainders, then you can get your answer. And you need to realize this is actually the key part of the entire question. So you need to realize that your blue, this is your blue, minus away 60 is equals to your yellow. So this part is your yellow. And then once you get that, then you can find 1/4 of total is this, and you can find 4/4, and that is 240.